Featherweight Karate Championship of the world. First, our challenger, fighting out of the red corner. He's from the Big Apple, Brooklyn, New York, with a contact karate record of 17 wins, no losses. This man has 11 wins by knockout, and he is the current United States Featherweight Champion and #1 world contender. He's 26 years old, stands 5 feet 7 1/2 inches tall, and weighed in today at 130 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Yoel the Lion Judah! Judah!
Judah's obviously not the crowd favorite here.
The champion. He's from Union City, New Jersey, and has a PKA record of 20 wins, 2 losses, with 10 victories by a knockout. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is his 4th title defense. He's 29 years old, stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and weighed in today at 131 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the PKA Featherweight Champion of the world, Paul Vizzio! Vizzio!
Joe, I'll mention at the start of the fight that very unusual, the champion, Paul Vizzio, was in the ring a good 10 minutes before the challenger, Yoel Judah. Do you think there's a little sight going on already?
I don't know if there's sight going on and had an equipment problem. Jay Will giving the final instructions.
It's very important. When I say break, make sure you do break clean. Step back. Do not hit or kick your opponent. Whenever I say break, because there will be a foul. Do not hit or kick your opponent if he's on the floor. Very important. I spoke to you both earlier. Just a reminder, there is no holding, no punching. I'll only give you 2 warnings. After that, will be a point possession. Do not hold. Shake hands and begin with the bout.
The legendary J.T. Will as the 3rd man in the ring. For almost every PKA World Championship fight, J.T. Will is given the responsibility of control of the ring. This is 12 2-minute rounds, and in case you're unfamiliar with this type of fighting, each fighter must throw a minimum of 8 legitimate hard kicks per round, along with a great deal of boxing skill. They tie in the karate. It's Vizzio in the black trunks and Joel Judah in the red. The challenger, Judah. The champion, Vizzio.
Vizzio seems very, very serious in this fight. He has seemed more serious, more intense in this bout than any fight that I've seen him fight in the 4 years that I have watched Paul Vizzio's career.
Good left hook by Paul Vizzio right to the chin of Judah, and I think that surprised him.
Remember, Yoel Judah, even as the challenger, is picked by most people to be the favorite in this fight. Paul Vizzio is like the former world middleweight champion Bill Superfoot Wallace in that he tends to rise to the occasion.
Vizzio, a very thin-skinned athlete. You can almost see the fibers in each one of his muscles, both well-conditioned. Most people around ringside expect this to go 12 rounds. Vizzio has been 12 rounds 3 of his last 4 fights. Yoel Judah has never been 12 rounds.
Well, Judah has a 17-0 record, but as Paul Vizzio points out, many of his 20 wins have been against top 10 contenders, over 10 of them against top 10 contenders in the world ratings.
This is the first of 12 rounds, 12 2-minute rounds. Neither boxer with less than a minute left has their mandatory kicks, and a good roundhouse kick by Paul Vizzio right to the solar plexus of Judah.
Remember, Judah's strength is expected to be in his hands because he trains with Mark Breland, very, very accomplished, well-known amateur fighter in the United States, considered to be the best amateur boxer in the world.
Final seconds of the first round in this World Featherweight Championship. We're in the corner of Paul Vizzio, the champion, and he started quickly. Seems to be in control so far.
Right here. Let's hit a jab and hook, right there? Right here. You got it. Listen what I gotta say, Vic. You listen. No, don't worry about it. You're going good.
Don't worry about the counter.
Don't worry about it,
okay?
All right? You got a jab and hook. Keep your hands up. You're doing great. Jab and hook. Cut the ring. When it's time to kick, throw your right leg, back leg.
They're telling Paul Vizzio not to worry about the kick counter. They're telling him to jab and hook. And early on in this round, he nailed Judah with a powerful left hook.
Yeah, but he didn't quite get the end of that hook, Joe. I think he hit him with his open hand.
He was a little far out to get the knuckles turned in.
Didn't quite have the force. Round 2, Vizzio in the black, and Yoel Judah, the challenger, in the red boxing tights.
Yeah, the karate uniform pants, obviously long, just like the traditional karate uniform.
You can see on the feet of the two fighters cushioning, padding, but they are barefooted coming around the canvas. Very good. Oh, excellent kick by Judah. Great balance by both these athletes. Both are very, very quick, have tremendous control of their body from their knees to their shoulders.
Paul Vizzio especially, very good body control, can kick from a lot of different angles, a lot of different directions. Yoel Judah, by most accounts, is a defensive and counter-offensive fighter, but we have to remember that Paul Vizzio is the champion. Yoel Judah's got to go to him.
Joe, you've seen these guys a lot. Which is the better boxer of the two?
The better with the hands that I've seen is Yoel Judah as far as doing straight punches, but Paul Vizzio, when he's sharp, is every bit as sharp with his hands as Yoel Judah.
Both show great defense. Just flick those kicks away with their hands. They cause no damage whatsoever. Great experience in the ring. This is Vizzio's 4th title defense, and he's been in the ring with some real tough cookies. Yoel Judah's got to rank right up there.
Yoel Judah is considered the favorite because of his very impressive win over U.S. champion Roy Kleckner last year in October here in Atlantic City when he took the U.S. title from Kleckner. Vizzio beat Kleckner 2 times, but not as impressively in either time as Judah did last year.
Coming to the end of round 2 between Vizzio and Judah. Now in Yoel Judah's corner, we're going to see what his people have to tell him. Try to get him straightened out. See if he's so far performing according to plan. Little problem with the stool. So far, very little instruction.
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, round number 3.
You heard JT Will tell Yoel Judah that he was 2 kicks short. And of course, they have counters on opposite side of the ring. Round 3, Vizzio in the black, Yoel Judah in the red. And Joe, after 2 rounds, how do you have it scored?
I've got Vizzio ahead by 3 points by virtue of the fact that Judah will lose 2 points for each kick that he missed, less than 8.
Good double hook by Paul Vizzio. 1 to the body and 1 to the chin.
Nice hand speed then by Judah, leading with a very, very quick left hook.
Vizzio comes right back, though. This is one tough cookie. He is a Sicilian kid, and he has been in a lot of tough situations. Maybe none tougher than this.
Judah is now countering Paul Vizzio's initial moves. Judah now is the challenger, but he's got Vizzio coming to him.
Well, that's bad for Judah. If he wants to win the title, he's got to go to Vizzio, doesn't he?
Unless he can get Vizzio to come after him and counter him, which is what Vizzio is doing at this point.
Here, Judah's corner yelling 2 more kicks, or he's going to lose another point. 8 kicks required, hard kicks per round.
And he now has to make up the 2 that he missed in the last round. He will not make up the points, but he has to now kick 10 hard times, which he's just done in round 3.
30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
30 seconds left in round 3. This is for the World Featherweight Championship. Vizzio, the present champion, the #1 contender.
Paul Vizzio is now starting to fake and getting Judah to extend himself. Good hook in by Judah. Vizzio tried to come in with a round kick behind it. Judah ahead thus far in the round.
That's round 3. Once again, back in Paul Vizzio's corner.
Relax, that's what you gotta be. That's what you're gonna beat this guy. Relax, okay? You're always thinking. Now listen, you gotta listen to me, Vic. Okay? Listen what I gotta say. Look, listen to me. What are you looking over there for? You gotta listen to me, boss. This is teamwork. Okay, all right. All right? Okay, listen, I got it. Hey, you got him off the balance. See what I mean? When you counter, you block, you counter with your right hand to the body, left hook. He's open for it all the time.
Judah's hand speed started to come to the fore in this round, but he was off balance. We saw the hook go past Vizzio's head. No real damage done then.
Vizzio showed great ability there as a defensive fighter, able to bring his body back and away from that punch.
Okay. You saw good timing and good reflex again by Yoel Judah, blocking the Vizzio round kick, coming with the left jab counter.
Scheduled for 12 rounds. This is
Round 4, scheduled for 12 for the World Featherweight Championship. Paul Vizzio in black, the champion, the #1 contender. Yoel Judah, he is the U.S. Featherweight champion.
Judah's one of those fighters that if there's no action going on in the ring, he'll come and make a fight. It'd be interesting to see what Vizzio would have on his hands if he just laid back. Would Judah come after him? If I were in Vizzio's corner, I think that's what I would advise him to do. Make Judah come to you.
Joe, I noticed one thing. Judah seems to be looking at the eyes of Vizzio. Vizzio is looking at the chest of Judah. If you look closely, they're looking at 2 different spots on each other, which kind of surprises me.
Different fighters get a different perspective. Remember now, Vizzio, the shorter of the 2 fighters by 3.5 inches.
Both weigh 131 pounds. Vizzio, obviously the chunkier of the 2, very well muscled, both extremely well conditioned athletes.
Vizzio just unloaded that left hook. Judah landed a good, quick right. Not a whole lot in it by the time it got there.
We're in round 4. And both showing great respect for each other. They're not about to just unleash a couple of punches or a flurry of punches and take their chances with the other guy. They both know that the other one can knock each other out.
Paul Vizzio still very intense, but he seems to be just a wee bit confused about how to get to Judah, because Judah is not coming to him. Judah is not committing himself.
Coming to the end of round 4. Now in Yoel Judah's corner. Joe, so far through those 4 rounds, how do you have it scored?
Well, I gave the last round to Vizzio again. I've got him ahead by 3 points. If the round is even from an effectiveness point of view, the judges are instructed to give it to the fighter who is the better kicker, and that's Paul Vizzio.
Judah seems very relaxed. It's very pleasant temperature here in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Judah, as I say, is not committing himself to Paul Vizzio. Vizzio is actually being forced to make a fight of it.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Scheduled for 12 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Round 5. And Joe, how have you got it scored?
I've got Vizzio at 39, Judah at 36. And I gave that last round to Vizzio now because he was the more effective karate kicker. Remember, this is karate. The kicks play a very important part in the scoring.
The rules of the fight are that 8 hard kicks must be landed each round. That was a slip. Vizzio in black, the champion. The challenger, the #1 contender in the world for the Featherweight Championship. In the red, Yoel Judah. The referee in the ring, JT Will, is Vizzio. Whoa!
Good right hand then by Judah. Seems to have gotten Vizzio's attention for sure.
Less than a minute to go in round 5. Oh, good ability by Vizzio to get out of the way of that punch.
Vizzio looks a little distressed. He always carries a worried look on his face. Now he's carrying a somewhat distressed look on his face.
Once again, ducking under that right hand by Judah. Great defensive skills. Action in round 5.
Good right hand. There's the timing of Yoel Judah. Catches Vizzio coming in to throw a spinning kick with his own right hand.
Joe, I tell you what, though, I don't think either has really landed a heavy punch yet as we come to the end of round 5.
That's it. Shoulder, come on, shoulder. That's it, that's it.
The champion, Paul Vizzio. Let's listen to instructions he may get from his corner.
Start counting with the right hand. When he kicks, go right over top with the right hand. Straight right in.
Jumping back.
No. As soon as you got to get a little closer to start that way. Let him throw that kick and then go in. He's got to kick. Okay, and that's the only kick he throws.
Okay, listen.
Eddie Endemar giving some very sage advice there in the corner.
It does appear that Vizzio has a little mouse underneath his left eye.
Round kicks, you know. Okay, now listen. When he counters, block that kick and go right over that right hand. Take the kick and block it, go right over. You hear me?
Concentrate on that this round. You understand me? Okay, and now I want you.
In the corner, you'll see a good right hand thrown by Judah. And there was some real action there. He comes back quickly, just misses Paul Vizzio within inches of being right on the button, right on his chin.
It's scheduled for 12. This is round number 6.
Round 6 of 12. Each round 2 minutes long. Vizzio in black. Yoel Judah, the challenger, in red.
Judah had Vizzio chasing him in that round, being a little bit irritated with himself and chasing him.
Ooh, there was a good left counter punch by Yoel Judah.
Another good left hand by Judah.
Good, quick hands.
Paul Vizzio has thrown 44 kicks in 5 rounds. Yoel Judah has thrown 41. Vizzio definitely the more adept, the more efficient kicker. Vizzio mixing the punches up now, going to the body, hopefully setting up something to the head.
And there's those instructions from the corner.
He's
Go over
listening.
the top of that kick.
Exactly right. He's countering now Judah's initial move. When Judah makes an initial move, he's got no way to follow it up. That's what I thought Judah's weakness would be.
Come on, tira para atrás,
They said to him in the corner that Judah's only offensive move was the front leg round kick to the body, which he doesn't really try to land on anything.
Oh, good combination. 2 punches and a roundhouse kick by Paul Vizzio, or a side kick, I should say. Great balance. 20 seconds of round 6. Vizzio holding his own. There you see the the respect between the two fighters. Once again in Paul Vizzio's corner. And you can see the little mouse underneath his left eye.
Let him throw his kick. You see the bit over there? You throw the right hand, you counter. You throw your right hand, you block the round kick, you throw your right hand. That's what you got to do now on.
Any kick, just go in the right hand.
He only got 7 kicks in that round.
Okay, all right. Listen to me. Listen to me, Paul. Every time he kicks, throw the right hand. Otherwise, keep doing, forget the round kicks, side kicks, back kicks. You got to knock them off balance, you understand? The round kicks aren't knocking them off balance. They're giving him a chance to counter with the right hand. Use your side kicks and your back kicks. That'll keep him off balance. Straight kicks, front kicks, side kicks and back kicks, okay?
Okay, listen.
And counter him with the right hand.
Double jab, back kick, double jab. Keep that jab there. It's working good for you, all right? Go.
Seconds out. Round number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Round 7.
This is round 7. Joe Corley, how do you have it scored so far?
I've got Vizzio ahead by 4 points. Once again, the more effective kicker is Paul Vizzio in this sport we call PKA Karate. Yoel Judah seems to be having his boxing take over his fighting. He's not kicking like a karate fighter.
Joe, the interview we had with Paul Vizzio, he said that he thought it'd be a good match, a good show. It certainly is. Both tremendous athletes and can kick well and also punch well.
Well, Paul Vizzio makes things look extremely easy. Yoel Judah, you see there, those are the kind of kicks that the kick counters will not count, where he just picks his leg up and flips it out there. He's lost 2 points in this fight, and that will hurt him in a big way.
Well, there was a good straight kick right to the solar plexus of Vizzio. You just noticed that Judah put his hands up. There is no clinching in this PKA fighting.
That's one of the things that many people find exciting. Good front kick into the body then by Paul Vizzio.
I haven't seen Paul Vizzio fight in a year and a half, and you told me that he had not been fighting very well. He looks extremely fit, very much to the occasion tonight, Joe.
Vizzio rises to the opportunity. Beautiful combination in by Paul Vizzio as he spun 360 degrees and threw the round kick.
And it looks to me like Judah is getting a little bit desperate. Now in the 7th round.
Judah doesn't really know what to do if a fighter doesn't come after him. And remember, Paul Vizzio is the champion. It's not his job to chase Yoel Judah.
If Vizzio wins, it'll be his 4th successful title defense. And if Judah loses, it'll be his first loss in 23 fights.
Vizzio just smashed heads with Yoel Judah.
That's J.T. Will, the referee, and there's Yoel Judah in his quarter. Let's see if we can pick up instructions from his seconds.
This round, okay? Your fakes are working, all right?
Dr. Edward Bowles, please, ringside. Dr. Edward Bowles, ringside.
You're winning easily. Keep using the side kicks and back kicks.
This is proof, ladies and gentlemen.
This time when you're touching the top of the right hand, the right hand to the body twice now. Now go to the head. Okay, you'll hit him. It's wide open. Okay? So go abajo, right into the head. Okay? All right,
What J.T. Will is saying is that if in any 3 rounds you don't get the 8 mandatory kicks in, the fight can be called.
Scheduled for 12. Round 8.
Round 8, scheduled for 12. And Judah's got to get his kicks in. And we're wondering here at ringside, he is training with a boxer, and it looks to me like, Joe, it looks to me like he's going away from his kicks, which are a vital part of this kind of fighting.
That is absolutely correct, and it used to be in karate that the boxers who didn't do too well in boxing would come over and try to learn a few kicks. That just doesn't work under the new rules established by the executive committee.
And of course, if he's out there in the middle of the ring thinking about getting his mandatory 8 kicks in, he's not worrying about his opponent.
You can see from Yoel Judah's footwork that he has not been doing much karate sparring. It's been boxing sparring, and you see the karate distance is much different. You see how far away Paul Vizzio is fighting in a karate match. Judah's not really sure how to close the distance. The only time he's very effective is when Vizzio initiates the move. Judah is a superb athlete, superb fighter, especially when he has somebody coming after him. Now he's got to make up that kick that he lost in that last round. He'll have to throw 9 this round, but he will not make up the point that he lost. Paul Vizzio caught by a quick left jab then. Got that disgusted look on his face. He wasn't hurt by it. Saw a good counter timing then by Vizzio.
Now that he's got his 9 mandatory kicks in because he missed one last round, now he goes totally to punching. Vizzio stays with the kicking and punching.
That's right. Vizzio is a complete karate fighter, very popular for that reason.
That's round 8 finished, and we're in the corner of the champion, Paul Vizzio.
Now you gotta work some sweeps, all right? You keep them off balance. You hear me? Work some sweep this round, all right?
Paul with the left hook. Sweep left hook, okay?
Vizzio still looks a little tense over there in the corner.
Keep the counting. When he throws a kick, listen. Hey, Vic, when he throws a kick, listen, when he throws a kick, you count it, all right? You hear me?
Right hand.
I'm gonna shake. Don't go straight. No.
You're winning.
We'll watch the good exchange in round 8. Plenty of action here. This is just after Yoel Judah has gotten his last kick in right there. A good kick right to the ear of Paul Vizzio. And then they're really mixing it up out there.
Vizzio countered with a short uppercut right into the lower midsection of Judah after picking off most of the power of the kick.
Seconds out. Round number 9.
This is round 9, scheduled for 12. How have you got it scored so far, Joe?
I've got Vizzio by a wide 5 points at the end of 8 with only 4 rounds remaining. Vizzio fighting a much smarter fight for the last 4 rounds, making Judah do the approaching and countering his attacks just like that, just like Judah was doing in the early rounds.
Joe, are you surprised? Vizzio had not looked good in his last 2 or 3 fights. He's taking apart a very worthy opponent here in Yoel Judah.
I'm not surprised. I imagine a lot of Vizzio recent detractors are. I did not think that Judah would be able to fight effectively if he had to move forward and be the aggressor.
This is round 9, and championship fights in full contact karate last 12 rounds, 2 minutes each. For the last 3 rounds, 10, 11, and 12, it appears to me that Judah's got to let it all hang out.
You will notice that Judah is not really trying to do much damage with his kicks. Vizzio, on the other hand, is trying to blast him.
Good straight left by Paul Vizzio. Right to the chin of Judah.
Very stiff. Both men are fighting the same kind of game, counter the other man's initial move. With the kind of speed that they possess, that's about the only way. Beautiful exchange. You saw the timing and the balance of both fighters on that one.
Now the problem for Judah is every time he makes a move, Vizzio's got the timing down. He counters it beautifully.
Nobody has any better timing than Paul Vizzio. Judah's may be as good, but not any better.
5 seconds to the end of round 9. Yoel Judah's corner, and my broadcast partner Joe Corley has him way behind. I repeat, these last 3 rounds, it appears he's got to let it all hang out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Judah has missed kicks in 2 rounds. If he misses 1 more round, the fight's over.
Here's the good exchange. The missed kick by Judah, and then a good left, although somewhat blocked by Judah. Vizzio still with the balance after competing in 9 rounds. A very well-conditioned athlete.
Seconds out. This is round number 10. It's scheduled for 12. Round 10.
Round 10 in between the 9th and 10th rounds. We were informed that Yoel Judah has missed kicks in 2 rounds. If he misses kicks in 1 more round, the fight will end. You have to get 8 mandatory kicks in each round in. And in 2 rounds, he has not.
Judah is capable of kicking well, but he's not been forced to go after somebody of the ilk of Paul Vizzio, which we mentioned earlier. Judah's only fought 1 world-rated fighter in moving up to the #1 position, and he beat the #1 contender handily, but he doesn't have the depth and experience that Vizzio has.
Good right hand over the kick.
Double kicked in by Vizzio. First round kick to the body. A triple kicked in by Vizzio.
He's playing with him. Judah has just 5 kicks in so far. He must get 8, or the fight is over.
We should mention about Paul Vizzio that he possesses the kind of martial arts spirit that karate developed. Same thing can be said for Judah. But Paul Vizzio is the kind of man who is a complete human being, not just a good fighter.
Judah needs 1 more good hard kick. That one didn't count, didn't make contact. It's got to make contact. He finally got it.
Vizzio is causing Judah to miss his initial hand movement, and because Judah's having to cover a karate distance, he's getting himself off balance. If it were just a boxing distance, he could follow up with another punch, but those feet have got to cover a big, big distance there. Vizzio pulled out of that last right hand. Vizzio read a big article the other day in the New York Daily News about Judah's Mark Breland training, but now he doesn't seem to be intimidated by it.
Good right hand by Vizzio at the end of round 10. Well, we thought this would be a good matchup. I don't think the fans have been disappointed.
They love him here in Atlantic City, Paul Vizzio. Like I say, he's one of the most impressive and popular fighters in the world.
He resides in New Jersey, although upstate, we're in Atlantic City on the boardwalk.
You hear me? Side kick and round kick. You look beautiful.
Keep those straight
We'll
kicks.
watch
Listen,
Paul
don't get
Vizzio's
sloppy.
overhand right after the kick.
Don't get sloppy.
Watch the timing of Paul Vizzio. Off the round kick with the right hand. The right hand missed its target, but you saw perfect body control and intensity from Paul Vizzio afterwards.
Vizzio blocked the kick with his left hand, overhand right over the kick.
Exactly.
Use those hooks again. Left hook and right. Counter his kick with the right hook, the same way you did.
Scheduled for 12 rounds, ladies and gentlemen, for the Featherweight Karate Championship of the World.
This is round 11. Scheduled for 12 for the World Featherweight Championship. And go, Joe, how have you got it scored?
I've got Vizzio ahead by 7 points. Still the most effective kicker in every round. When the round is even, you have to give it to the better kicker.
So the challenger, Yoel Judah, has 2 strikes against him. 1 by my broadcast partner, he's 7 points down, and 2, he must get 8 kicks in this round or he is disqualified.
Let's watch Judah's kicks, and I'll analyze them for you. A kick like that was way short. He didn't try to land it on anything. It did not count. That one did count. He tried to land it to the stomach. That one he did try to land to the head. When he commits himself, that's when Vizzio gets him. Those kicks he's not committing himself with.
And they don't count.
That's right.
Joe, I must tell you, I'm surprised that the #1 contender for this title would have so much trouble in a fight getting kicks off.
Beautiful technique. Did you see that? Jumping, spinning 360 degrees off the back leg. The #1 contender's big mistake is that he has been training in the boxing gym and not sticking to the basics of karate, which he should have incorporated into training with it.
Judah now going for the knockout. He's got his kicks in. I think he realizes that's his only way to win, but Vizzio is not going to quit.
Remember, Judah, even though he's got his kicks in, as we say, still has got to cover the distance between him and Vizzio. It's not like he can just walk in and disregard Vizzio's kicks.
5 seconds to the end of round 11, scheduled for 12. That's Vizzio. We'll watch this spinning kick with the back foot.
Think about what goes into this. There's his back leg.
Let him come in.
Jumping, spinning, kicking with that same leg. Phenomenal movement by Paul Vizzio. And you saw the distance that Yoel Judah gave him. Same technique. Look at the spring from the left leg, the height.
It's telegraphed, but I'm still amazed that in the 10th round of a 12-round fight that Vizzio has the endurance and the strength to do that.
I tell you, Judah started moving back, and like you say, it was telegraphed, but he realized if he didn't keep moving back, his head was going to come right off the top of his shoulders.
Understand me? Don't get fancy. He knows the only way he's going to win is knockout.
PKA Featherweight Karate Championship of the World, ladies and gentlemen, the 12th and final round.
This is the 12th and final round of the PKA Featherweight World Championship fight. The champion, Paul Vizzio, in black. The challenger, the #1 contender, Yoel Judah, in red.
Vizzio's corner told him not to get fancy. They told him that Judah knew he'd have to come and get him and not to take any chances.
Joe, I would think now that kicks like Paul Vizzio is giving is the best defense that he has in this final round.
That's right, keeping that distance and making Judah chase him.
Judah has never been 12 rounds. Vizzio has been 12 rounds in 3 of his last 4 title defenses.
It's very easy to start listening to all the people around you who tell you that you're going to beat somebody up just because his last fights weren't good. It's something entirely different getting in the ring with that fighter.
Judah just landed the best right hand that he's thrown all fight.
A reflex action then by Paul Vizzio, starting to punch after Judah went down. 1 point foul given to Vizzio for striking after Judah hit the floor.
Blood now from the nose of Vizzio. Just a slight bit.
Good counter then by Judah.
Bring him home, ladies and gentlemen. It's over now.
Both still have the stamina for good action.
Judah looked like he may have stung Vizzio with that last exchange, but Vizzio finishing like a true champion.
That's it. The 12 rounds are finished. The champion's corner thinks that they've got it won. We'll be back for the decision after this. Up in the neutral corner, he said, yes. Okay.
Fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, okay. Okay. Both took place in the 12th round, didn't they, Pete? In the 11th round? Okay, he's hooked in. You can talk to him if you want. Okay. He's talking to some people up there. Hold on, they're not ready with the decision. Okay. Okay. Hey, Tony. Tony. You don't have the decision yet, do you? Okay. Hang on, Pete, I'll tell you.
Which camera will I be working him to? Anybody got a clue? Yeah, which camera will I be working Vizzio to? Which is?
One of the handhelds.
Okay, gotcha.
Right there to your left. Can you hear me, Joe? Yeah,
I got
behind you.
Does the kid know or what? What does the kid know, huh?
Not yet, not yet, not yet. They're still totaling.
Jay, not so much a straight line. Not so much.
Judges are still tallying the points, ladies and gentlemen. And wasn't that one hell of a fight, huh?
It looks like we got everybody lined up for a recess or something, you know?
Yeah, haven't got it yet.
Yeah, doing a final check on the scores. Yes. No, we have enough abba-da-dabba on boxing anyway, right? Yeah, just stand right off to the side. Jay, let everybody kind of do their thing. They don't have to stand right here. Okay, good. Yeah, do it. Move around. Don't stand there. You guys don't have to stand there. It's part of the martial arts discipline. Everybody lines up right there. You know, like this is going to be time for recess in a second. They say Jay must be in control of this thing. I'm going to stand next to Jay Will.
I think they're trying to figure out who
I
has
think
points
what it is
away.
they're figuring out how many points to have taken away total from Judah.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we're fine.
Have you guys done this before? Yeah, it felt like it down here. What I'm going to have to do is figure a way to get Vizzio to my right without stepping in front of him. I guess I'll just have to go behind him.
Hey, Joe, Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It looks like you got the cameraman you're going to use. Tell me quickly.
Just arithmetic class?
So as expected, this World Featherweight Championship did go the 12 rounds. We have the decision up next. Let's go to ring announcer Tony Mann.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Harris scores the fight 109-119. Judge Willis scores 109-118. Judge Folks scores the fight 113-115. And the winner, by a unanimous decision, the PKA Featherweight Karate Champion of the World, Paul Vizzio!
A unanimous decision for Paul Vizzio. He now moves to 21-2, his fourth straight successful title defense. in beating Yoel Judah, who now has just 1 loss on his record against 17 wins. And with the winner and still champion is Joe Corley.
Congratulations on a great fight.
Thank you. Can I take this opportunity to thank God for giving me the strength, bless all the handicapped people, all the poor people, and let there be peace in the world, and all the priests and nuns in the world.
Well said, Paul.
Thank
In the early rounds, it looked like you were chasing Yoel Judah, and he was countering your attacks.
Right, well, like everybody knew that he's a good fighter, great fighter, you know, so I knew it was going to be a great fight for me. But if we just danced around, I don't think it would have been so nice. I adapt to that. I think you know that. I'd like to take this opportunity also to wish all those people in July a happy birthday, because during my training, I couldn't do it, so please forgive me.
Paul Vizzio, you were fighting a man who did a lot of boxing in his training, but yet even in the 10th round, you were jumping and spinning and flying. Tell us about that kick.
Yeah, I try to get a little bit, you know, not really fancy, but these kicks really do work. If you practice them, they work. And it's a kicking sport. It's not a boxing sport. He had the greatest guy in the world there, you know, Mark Breland.
Do you think that boxing training hurt him to the point of losing this fight?
Because he did a little bad on the kicking, you know. So maybe but he's a great fighter. If he practices a little legs, a little bit of kicking, that's a kicking sport.
What's next for Paul Vizzio? Who would you like to fight next?
What I say, next, that's all. Next.
You don't care, okay.
Sorry.
Paul Vizzio, the world champion. Let's go back to Bob Trumpet.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Congratulations.